What if I told you that $1,000 could turn into $250,000? Now, not in a month, not in a year, not even in 5, but in 2 decades or more, and only if one very specific thing happens. Now, it sounds outrageous, right? But the math isn't crazy, and the logic is even stronger. Because this isn't a lottery ticket, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a bet, and one of the most asymmetric bets in financial history. See, if you understand the math, if you understand the trend, and if you're willing to wait, this could change how you see time, risk, and opportunity forever. See, here's the premise. If Bitcoin becomes the global base layer for value, the monetary equivalent of digital gravity, then even a small bet today could 250x your future. Now, why is this? Well, if Bitcoin hits $25 million per coin, 1 million Satoshis, which is 1/100th of a Bitcoin, would be worth $250,000. And right now, that same million sats costs around $1,000, give or take. So let me put that into perspective. Now we're talking about turning a modest one-time $1,000 allocation into $250,000, and simply by front-running the inevitable. See, this isn't about predicting the exact year it happens. It's about positioning yourself before the rest of the world wakes up. See, imagine it's 1910. You're standing on a windy strip of sand in Malibu. It's empty, no palm trees, no celebrities, no mansions. And someone offers you a chunk of that beachfront dirt for pennies. Now people laugh and say, why would I buy sand? Nobody lives here. It's too far from the city and it's worthless. Now fast forward 100 years and that same dirt is now the playground of billionaires. Now Bitcoin is that dirt, unloved, misunderstood, and priced for the present but destined for a very different future. And the only difference, well, Malibu had physical constraints. You could see the ocean and imagine potential. Now Bitcoin's ocean is invisible to most. It's the digital network, the unstoppable protocol, and the money rails of the future. So let's slow down and run the numbers. Now 1 Bitcoin equals 100 million Satoshis. So if 1 Bitcoin equals $25 million, then 1 Satoshi equals 25 cents, which means 1 million Satoshis equals $250,000. Now right now, 1 million sats costs roughly $1,000, give or take, but that's a 250x return. And unlike a scratch-off ticket, this isn't about blind luck. It's about asymmetric upside in a world where fiat currencies are on a slow-motion conveyor belt going to zero. See, every major fiat currency in history, and that's every single one, has eventually failed. They get printed, devalued, inflated away until they buy almost nothing. Now, Bitcoin was engineered to be the opposite: fixed supply, global distribution, incorruptible rules. So the real question isn't, is Bitcoin risky? The real question is, how many $1,000 bets am I willing to place before the window closes? See, if you put in $1,000 today, that's one potential $250,000. Stack $5,000 over a few years, well, that's potentially $1.25 million. And if you stack $10,000 over a decade, that's potentially $2.5 million. See, here's why most people miss this. They zoom in, and they want to see their money double within a year. They want the chart to go up in a straight line, and they want instant gratification. And when the price drops 40%, well, they panic. And when it takes longer than expected, they quit. They treat Bitcoin like a slot machine, when really it's a time machine. See, the patient few, the ones who see 20 years ahead, quietly accumulate digital property on the world's hardest ledger, while the impatient majority trades it away, chasing fast returns. Now, this is why the wealth gap exists. The patient own assets and the impatient rent them. See, let me give you some context. In 2010, someone bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. In 2013, Bitcoin hit $1,000 and people thought the run was over. In 2017, it hit $20,000 and the experts said it was a bubble. And in 2021, it hit $69,000 and those same experts said it would never go higher. See, every cycle, the skeptics recycle the same lines. It's too volatile, it's too expensive, it's too late. And yet, every cycle, Bitcoin keeps expanding its footprint, pulling more of the world's value into its gravity well. And the truth, well, the truth is volatility is the price of admission, and time is the multiplier. See, think about it. If someone offered you a 250x on your investment over the next 20 years, and the only catch was you had to sit on it without ever touching it, you'd probably say yes. Yet when that exact offer shows up in the form of Bitcoin, volatile, early, misunderstood, most people flinch. They get stuck on the noise, they let headlines scare them, and they think in election cycles instead of lifetimes. But here's the truth. You don't need to be a millionaire to make life-changing money. You just need conviction, a long view, and the courage to act when it's uncomfortable. See, imagine planting a tree that takes 20 years to bear fruit. Every year, the weather changes, and some years it's sunny and growth is fast, and some years it's stormy and the branches take damage. See, if you judge the tree's value after the first bad storm, you cut it down before it can feed you for life. Now, Bitcoin is that tree. The storms are the price swings, and the fruit is generational wealth. But only if you let it grow. And just like a tree, the best time to plant was years ago, and the second best time is today. So let me ask you again, if $1,000 today could be $250,000 tomorrow, then how many of those $1,000 bets would you place? Because the real tragedy isn't missing Bitcoin entirely, it's walking past it every day because it feels uncomfortable. Now, don't wait for perfect certainty, because it doesn't exist. Now, history rewards those who step into the unknown with preparation, not hesitation. So if you can see through the noise, think in decades, and build sovereign wealth, then you're ahead of 99% of people. Now, if you want to go deeper down the Bitcoin rabbit hole, then check out my ebook down below, because it's the wake-up call they never wanted you to read. Now, I do also have to chuck this disclaimer in here as well, and I highly suggest just pausing the video and having a little read. Now, if you've made it this far, and if you're looking for something else to watch, then click right here and have a watch of this.